Hello and welcome to the Nexus. This is our induction to the new Hornby sets that are coming out. Basically, small world, big ideas as they quote it. So this information is a little bit about what I'm going to do with the new TT sets, and just to run down what everything is with this. So let's get going. So Hornby are bringing out a brand new set of trains, except everything, in a new range, and they're going really big for this. Now, just to give you a little thing about what's going to happen on the channel, and myself as well. So I've always liked trains. I've always wanted a train set. I've gone to the sort of modelling conventions and the train fair conventions, stuff like that, and I've always wanted a train set. Who doesn't, right? What boy grows up not wanting a train set and liking trains and all that sort of stuff? I've always wanted one. The problem was, so there's always been two main gauges in the UK that I'm really aware of. I know there's more and there's in between, but there's always the 00 scale, which is like the standard Hornby scale. The trains are very big, but you get more detail in that. And then there's the smaller scale, which is the N gauge, which is very small. The layouts are okay, but obviously doing models that I've done on my channel, my part works and stuff like that, I know that you lose detail when you go smaller. There was also sort of other things stopping me as well. So 00 scale requires a fairly big sort of outlet, a big sort of outlay. And one thing I have here is a sort of a thing on space, effectively. So I could use the loft, but it's out the way. I want something that I can have, that I can put on a table and get it in and out whenever I want to, and have fun with the kids with it as well, and to take it to these model shows as well. Obviously, if it's in the loft, it's away, it's stowed away, it's sort of up in a dingy dark place. I don't want that. So space was an issue for me getting the 00. So you could say, well, I could get the N gauge. The problem with the N gauge was not the space, obviously. It was the price point. Now, for some bizarre reason, I've never really understood why, and I sort of understand a little bit, but I've never really understood the meaning by it. So if I wanted to buy a standard Hornby 00 scale train set with some track and everything else that comes with it, you're looking at around between 100 and 150 pound. N gauge, the same sets you can buy for Hornby, you can buy an N gauge with the same track, the same locos, everything. Yet that would cost you 150 pounds. So it's twice as much. And I also found that out that with in terms of track and in terms of other things as well for it, it was just more expensive. Now, obviously, I didn't understand at the time. Obviously, doing models and part works, I've now got to the point where I now understand why. Because obviously, when you make stuff smaller, you lose scale, but you increase the cost because the stuff to make the stuff smaller costs more. And I understand that now. So I was in this catch. I didn't want to spend more money making something smaller, though I could have. And the bigger 00 scale was a bit big for me because in terms of space. So what Hornby have done is come up with the TT 120. Now I think the TT scale is very, very popular in Germany. It's really popular in Germany, actually. I think it's their main scale that they work with. But over here, it's not been their main scale. Now, if you want to know what TT means, it means tabletop, and it's a 1/120 scale. That's the scale we're working on, which means it's a smaller scale, but you don't lose any of the detail, which is one of the things that I thought was brilliant. But if you look now, you can see on the screen now, you can see that at the top is the sort of standard 00 scale there on the silhouette, and then underneath you've got the N gauge, and then obviously in the middle you have your TT gauge. So it's in between the two scales. So this is small enough to have on a tabletop, but without losing the detail. The other good thing about this is the price point. It's actually in the same price range as the 00 scale, so you won't have to pay any more money or pay less money. You pay the same scale you would as if you were doing a 00 scale, which is a main thing why I really went for it, because you can have it on a tabletop, which is what I wanted. Tick. And it's in the price range of a 00 gauge as well. Another tick. So I went, yes. So I've done a bit of research in this, and what I can tell you is it's definitely coming to the channel in 2023. So keep an eye out. Make sure you click subscribe and follow me this. Now, this is completely out of my comfort zone. Now, obviously, I've done models in the past when I was a kid. I do Warhammer at the moment, so I'm quite good with painting. And obviously I do my part works as well, so electrics, you know, the click and do electrics I can do. But in terms of making scenery, lighting, wiring, all that sort of stuff, and making a train set is all completely sort of alien to me, and I want to push myself on this. So I am going, just like with Hornby, I am going deep with this. I am going fully in. So on the channel you will see me get all the sets. I'm going to go with the Trackmaster sets that they do at the moment. So this Trackmaster system that they have is basically you get the Trackmaster layout. So you get this sort of picture layout, and then you buy the track packs, and it creates a layout in that scale. So that's what I'm going to do first, and then once I've done that, I'm then going to try and sort of work it so I can do my own sort of design as well. So if you're wondering about what size I'm going for, I've decided to do a 6x3, so 6 foot by 3 foot. I'm hoping that's a fairly decent size. I've learnt by doing and talking and going on forums, that's going to be probably quite a good size to go with. Once I've done the Trackmaster system, and I've shown you what it will look like with all the track pieces, that is when I would say the fun begins, because I will then be putting it on the 6x3, working out where I'm going to do stuff. I would like a couple of stations, maybe definitely a shunting yard and goods yard. But until it comes here, I can't really judge that until I've got the board here and I can judge where stuff's going to go. And it's just going to be so fun. Also, as well, this isn't sort of like a sort of 1 or 2 year project. This is a good 5-6 years, and also because none of the stuff is out yet. That's how new this set is at the moment from Hornby, is that there is nothing out at the minute, not a thing. There's no train sets, no track, no nothing. That is how new this is. It's all on pre-order at the moment. I think the two first sets that come out, which is the Flying Scotsman and the Mallard, which you can see on screen now, these are the first two sets in phase 1. So they're sort of bringing them out a bit like they do with sort of action figures and stuff like that. So they're bringing them out in waves. So they've called them phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's all they've announced so far. But they've got some things that they have announced, and they've also got some things coming out that they haven't announced. So it's all really cool. But yeah, so we're in the end of October at the moment, and I think these first two sets are due at the December, around Christmas time. They're due to be released, and it's going to be these two sets here. So obviously you've got the Scotsman, the Flying Scotsman, obviously, and then underneath that you've got the in the green levy there, you've got the Mallard as well. And I've chosen the Scotsman. It's iconic, obviously, so I'm going to go with the Scotsman as well. There are other train sets due out, so this is just for phase 1, and then there isn't another train set out until phase 3, and that I do believe is the Pillman Electric. And then in wave 7 and 11, they will have obviously the HST set as well. East Coast Mainline, I do believe, levy, and they've also got the, well, all it says is the Mainline Express Electric, which I think is going to be the Intercity 225, I believe. That's what I see from that. It just says Mainline Express Electric. The HST comes out later on, but they are bringing out loads of steam. I've decided as well to sort of go down. Someone said to get the error you want, and obviously sort of the layer and stuff like that. So I'm going to go for like 80s, 90s in terms of trains. So that's a lot of diesel and electric, but obviously I'm going to have steam trains as well. So obviously I'm going to have the Scotsman as well, and I will probably get a Class A4 as well, which is the Mallard. I don't know if I'm going to get anything else. I may get a cattle class. I don't know. We'll have a look. But in terms of electric and diesel, obviously I'm going to get a Class 08, the little shunter. And they've got various levies coming out on that. BR levy, BD levy as well, and GBR as well levy. But there's probably going to be a few out of that as well. A Class 50, I'm definitely going to get. I'm not too sure about getting a Class 66, but in terms of like the trains that they've got coming out, that's all they've announced so far. Obviously, I'd like some other ones as well. And the other thing that they've got coming out now, these come out before the train sets do, and that's obviously the HST. And they've got the intercity version there. They have it in the two sort of levies. They've got the intercity levy and the sort of banana levy. I think that's what they call it. And they've also got the GWR version as well for that as well. They've also got a load of other like a Class 31. I can see here Class 37, Class 47. They've got all them coming out as well. So I'll be getting a variant of that. Obviously, I want some sort of yard, so I'm definitely going to be getting a Class 08 and some shuntings and stuff like that. But I want some passenger trains as well. In terms of coaches and wagons, I'm just going to get what I need, really. They're just going to come when they come. I don't know if they have internal lighting, but that is something else that I'm going to do if they don't. I've looked on so many YouTube channels and stuff, so I'm going to be doing that. But obviously I've got a load of wagons coming out, a load of coaches, all in different levies and stuff like that. So there's that. They've also got a track as well. So you've got the DC and you've got the DCC, which is the digital version. So at the moment they're going to be sort of an analog direct contact ones, and later on they're going to do the digital. So I'm going to have to, when it comes to doing the electrics for the points and stuff like that and lighting, I'm going to have to decide whether I keep it sort of analog, if you like, or whether I go down the digital route. But all that sort of stuff comes later on. None of this stuff is going to be available right away. This is going to, I think phase 1, 2 and 3 come out from December this year till January next year. So there is going to be, we're going to sort of be drip fed this sort of stuff. So it's all not going to be coming at the same time. But the track extension packs, like I said, I'm going to build that. Which is the initial layout for it. So we'll see how that goes. And then after that, I may add on to that, or I may just keep the oval, or I may do end to end. You're going to see on the channel how I get on with everything. So I'm going to be filming me doing all this, the blood, sweat, tears, swearing, everything's going to be on the channel. So even if you don't like the train set, you'll probably just like the content for that. But I think I've got I've got to learn how to do the wiring, how to do the points. That's probably the most difficult aspect, I think, of doing this, is going to be the electric systems on this, and how it's all going to be wired up. And it's sort of it's mind-boggling, but I'm hoping I'm getting there. Like I said, there is so much help, forums, local clubs, and everyone that will help. So I'm going to be asking for help. Even if you guys are watching this and you think that you can help, brilliant, I'm all up for that. Buildings as well, there's going to be loads of types of buildings on my train set. So the ones I'm going to be building are going to be like ones from card, wood and resin. Obviously they're going to do the resin buildings through Hornby as well. Scale cars, vehicles at the moment are a bit small. and they're not in the era that I'm looking at getting. So I'm going to have to keep an eye out for that. Things like trees and shrubs and grass and scenic and static grass and all that sort of stuff. All that stuff will come eventually once I start. Once I've got my initial layout, and I can start clipping down the track, and then I can then figure out how to do the points and how I'm going to wire them, whether that's going to be digital or with levers and all that sort of stuff. It all depends. It's all going to be personalised. And then once we've done all that and the track is down and the wiring's done, we can then do all the scenery, and you'll see me build buildings and stuff like that. You'll also see the storage system that I'm going to be using for this. So it's a little bit different, but someone said that it will definitely work, and it's quite a good way to store a set. So watch me do that. I've also signed up. So basically it has a, at the moment, if you're really interested, they do the Hornby TT 120 Club. And with that, you get it. At the moment, if you sign up now before January, it is completely free for a whole year. Absolutely free for a whole year. I'm just going to run down now what this gives you. And the reason I thought, oh, this is a no-brainer. You get it for a whole year. You get 15% off Hornby lines on the TT thing. So anything you buy, track, locos, train sets, everything, scenery, anything in the TT range, you get 15% off. There's a 20% discount off special promotional lines. So when they do a special promotion, you get 20% off that. So all of those are already bonuses to me, and I've not paid a single penny out for this as well. You also get access to special bundles and deals just for members. You also get a quality magazine which sort of outlines everything. You also get a members card, a members badge, and a lanyard, which is really cool. You also get exclusive club models as well, like I was saying before. With the special bundle deals that they do for members, they also do exclusive models for members only. So that's a good thing to do as well. You also get advance notice of any any releases. So as a member, if a new release is coming out, you'll have advance notice, but you'll also have the ability to pre-order that before anybody else is able to. So that's also cool. Also as well, you have free access to the Hornby Visitor Centre in Margate. So if you ever want to go there, it's free. You also get half-price family tickets access. So if you basically, if you're a member, you get in for free, and then your family, you would also have to pay for them, but they get half price because you're a member. So if you're going on your own, brilliant. If you're taking the family, it's still good. You're getting it half price as well. You also get an exclusive club members only section on the website, which gives you access to all the forums and message centres and stuff like that. Really cool. And it's the lounge, it's the members lounge and stuff like that. You also get updates as well, monthly updates. Yeah, and I mean, there's quite a lot there what you get, and it's all free. It's all free for a whole year. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to probably just sign up for that anyway afterwards, and keep that going, because the deal that they got there, the 15% off, is no brainer, and it means that I can get quite a few bits and get the ball rolling on what we're going to do with the set. But I hope, you know, I have rabbited on a bit. The link, if you want to go and check out the TT range at Hornby, you can do. Before I go as well, I want to mention that Hornby are not the only ones doing this. We're going to have Pico as well. So I'm going to be getting some bits from Pico as well. I've been talking to our local model shop club, and they said that the flexi track is the sort of the mother of all tracks. They said if you're going to get a track, get the flexi track, and I think they do it in about 1 meter long, and you can literally move it in any direction. They said it's very good for doing sort of turns, sort of oval turns, getting more of a bend out of it. And they do it in a really long shape as well, and you can get sort of some good variations on shape. And they said this is the sort of thing that you want to do. I don't know if Hornby are going to do that, but Pico definitely are. So it's worth checking out. I know they're going to do, they've definitely got track, and I know that they're doing rolling stock as well. Don't know about engines, maybe. Scenery, they'll probably definitely do all scenery stuff. So mine's going to be a sort of a combination between Hornby and Pico, but obviously anything else really I pick up. I've got some friends that have got 3D printers. They've said that they're going to definitely help me. So to do stuff, and then, yeah, we're going to create scenes with this. We're just going to have absolute fun. Also, as well, it's a family thing. One thing when I'd done this, like I said, I didn't want to be palmed away, and I wanted people involved. When I've been talking about this and been watching videos on YouTube, my wife is sort of going, "This is going to be really cool." My youngest daughter, she was like, "Okay, let's do this." So I'm getting them involved with this as well. I just hope you join me on the journey. Now, my next video will be my membership pack. When my membership pack comes, I'm going to do a review on that and show you what you get, and go through the brochure that we get as well, and that will give you a bit more detail about what's due to come out. But like I said, there's a lot more than what is shown on the brochure that's coming out. So but links, yes, so in the description box below there is a link to the Hornby YouTube video, which shows you and introduces the TT, and also there's a link below to the Hornby TT website as well, where you can go and take a look at all their great stuff coming out. So I hope you join me on this journey. If you're wanting to join me on this journey and see how I get on and see how the TT range actually is, make sure you drop us a subscribe and click the bell as well, so you get a notification on when those videos drop. So they will be, though, in the new year. So all of this stuff I'm going to be buying and getting and videos will all be in the new year, January 2023. I am really excited about this, and I've got so many ideas going up here, and I've been watching so many videos, and every time I see something, my mind goes into overload. So I'm really excited for this. I hope you are as well, because I'm just so psyched that this is going to be really big, not just for me but for the channel as well, I think. But yeah, I hope you join me on the journey. Remember to click subscribe. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you as always at the next video. Thanks for coming.